Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko. Yeah, so this is one extra episode for this week about Umineko. Last episode was long, terrifying and amazing at the same time. Well, basically, so reflection of Rosa, how she treated her child, Maria, how Maria felt about this, how Rosa felt about this. That was a mess. Oh, you also commented a lot under the last episode. That was amazing episode. I don't know. You spoke your thoughts, I spoke my thought. Let's just continue. Let's see what's going to happen. I think this episode will be a bit shorter. I hope so, because it's supposed to be like extra episode, not like extra long, extra. But who knows? We'll see. Anyway, let's just go to the episode. Leave up a like if you like the episode, dislike if you dislike it, maybe subscribe as well. This is just a like standard formula, I guess, at this point. Anyway, let's just go.
近いんじゃねえかみたいだね
I wonder what will happen with like Kinzo and kids, what kind of test they will get.
いくつになっても落雷にはビクッとさせられるね
True. But I was looking at the dark night through a crack in the curtains. Once in a while, a pale white lightning bolt would shine, and he seems to be enjoying it. What's going on, Maria?
お？なんだよ。バトラが騒がしくしてるからマリアが起きちゃったじゃねえか。
So that previous sequence, I assume it was like all in Rosa's mind, I think. Because Maria is obviously still with them, so that everything happened in like Rosa's mind, probably this whole conversation and everything. Probably? Maybe?
ごめんなマリア。バトラが騒がしくて。
なんだよ俺のせいかよ
Or was a dream of Maria, actually. Could be.
悪いなマリア寝てていいぞおやすみな
Maria was a bit hazy with drowsy eyes. She was probably half asleep and couldn't think straight.
おー。
Also, the previous episode kinda explains as well why Maria is... Like, in previous episodes, 1, 2, 3... didn't really flinch when her mother was supposedly dead. So, yep. Yeah. Maria and Rosa both had fucked up childhood, I guess. But it's worse for Maria.
もういい。
It's like escalated.
寝ない。
いいから寝てろって
Pat her head.
まだ
She
寝
needs
ぼけてる
love.
ぜ
寝ぼけてない。
なんだよもろに寝ぼけてるじゃねえか寝てろ寝てろおい
寝ぼけてない。寝ぼけてない。
Why is she so angry at this? Okay. Calm down. God
よ
damn
せ
it.
ってバカバトラ。なあもう寝起きのこの機嫌を悪くするなんてバカだな。寝ぼけてない。寝ぼけてないもん。
What's going on? Calm down, Maria. God damn it.
分かってるよマリアちゃん寝ぼけてなんかないよだから落ち着いて
寝ぼけてないもん。寝ぼけてないもん。
Okay, what is going on? Was that sequence actually been in the dreams of Maria? And she's now trying to either deny what happened there, or she wanted to be actually a truth and she's trying to say that it actually happened and it wasn't a dream? It can be like both. depending on which state she's in. Maybe it was because of her delicate mental state after waking up, but Maria suddenly threw a tantrum. Give her the pills. Because we know from episode 3 that they're pills. They have pills for Rosa. For Maria, sorry. Butler had only been trying to tease her a bit. Also, no one knows about this actually, so yeah. So he was confused by this extreme overreaction. George had held her head, trying to calm her down, but Maria tantrum wasn't going to be quelled easily. Butler and Jessica were trying to push the blame on each other, saying it's your fault too.
こら、二人とも静かにして。ジェシカちゃん、ポットにまだお湯があったよね。お茶でも入れてあげてくれる？落ち着いた？マリアちゃん。
It looked like her tantrum was dying down bit by bit, but she still glared at Butler, who had made fun of her with sharp eyes.
バトラー君もふざけて言っただけなんだよ。
Also, thanks for manga panels for the last episode. That was terrifying. Appreciate that. Also, manga is actually more terrifying and dark than actual visual novel. That's what I got from this. There were scenes in these panels that were not like described or shown in visual novel. So yeah, I wonder how much I'm missing from manga actually. Like in overall. After I finish Umineko, I will have to like read whole manga. Because this is just amazing. Like additional material. It's awesome.
マリアちゃんが寝ぼけてるなんて思ってないよ。だから落ち着いて。ね。
What's going on, Maria? Why you're making this face? George noticed. Maria was staring at Butler with incredible eyes. Why you are so fixated on Butler now? What is going on? Okay. And despite having just displayed all emotion, she laughed in small voice. Why you are like that towards Butler? Okay. Instead of laugh, it seems more like she was muttering while thinking about, or else counting each high, or he. As though each time she said he, something brutal would happen over and over. Okay, this is creepy. George felt something creepy. Oh yeah, thank you, George, for just an instant. But he couldn't spot the madness that peeked out of the depths of the girl's eyes for just a moment. After a short period of stunned silence on George's part, Maria stopped her bizarre, quiet laugh and pushed George's arm aside, as though telling him to let go. What is going on? She's so serious suddenly, what? Oh my god. Maria is so broken. Like, wow.
そう。マリアちゃんは偉いな。バトラ君、マリアちゃんが許してくれたよ。仲直りして。
悪いな、からかって。許してくれ。
ほら、マリア、仲直りの印にカフェオレ作ってやったぜ。砂糖いっぱい入ってるから甘いぜ。いらない。
Yeah, she's in her serious witch mood.
でも許すよ。魔女だからね。
Yeah. One more time, Maria laughed in creepy, quiet voice. But it was only for a very short time, so Butler and Jessica didn't think much of it. They decided to think that it had probably only looked that way when the lightning lit her cheek with a pale, white light for an instant. At that time, they could hear the sound of loud footsteps coming from the hall. It was about 10:30 late at night. Late at night, it's usually a time when you aren't supposed to be disturbed. Hearing footsteps like that at the time was far from calming. Then, along with a clearly ominous knock that repeated fiercely, they could hear Golden and Kumasawa's voices. Okay, why would you knock if you just escaped the murderer? You would just like rushed in and just tell everyone what happened. This is suspicious, to be honest. Like, if I would have to like make theory right now about what happened, I would say that Kumasawa, Goda, this is like the simplest explanation, okay? That Kinzo, Goda and Kumasawa are basically the culprits in this episode. And they like murder 6 people and detain the rest of them, like hide them, and like use ropes or something to just like, you know, just hide them somewhere. Also, Goda is like both Goda and Kumasawa are mostly like a cooks, so they could like easily poison the food or something. So yeah, this is like the easiest explanation for episode 4 for now, for this Twilight, without like thinking much about this. This is just like plain throw. They certainly told them that this was an abnormal situation. Enter the room and see? Like abnormal situation, and you're still like not entering because what? They like Ushiromiya children? Come on, like half of family is dead. You're not like under Kinzo, you don't have like eagle on you or anything. When George opened the door, the two of them tumbled in sopping wet. It looks like they had dashed here from the mansion without an umbrella. I wonder how they will react to Kinzo, because they will definitely say that Kinzo murdered everyone or something. Wow, and we actually broke to like... Okay, that was surprising. Okay. I could literally... This is like... But okay. Wow. And it just like that switched to like next part. Oh, and we are to the place where everyone is hidden, detained, or whatever. It was a pitch black room. There were no windows, and with a weak light bulb, one could just barely make out the state of things around them. It appeared to be an old, forgotten underground storage room, with some kind of dusty furniture haphazardly thrown into it. Wow, they're like in literally some kind of cell. Where the hell is this? However, even with just a little light, one could at least make out that it probably wasn't storage room. And this is not the place where the Golden Land is, probably. Or maybe it is, actually. Huh. I wonder where it is. Like, the only other place that we know, like, Kuvadorian, Chapel, 2 mansions. There's like this Golden Land, which is somewhere. I assume it's either... Like, my guesses about Golden Land is that it's either like under the chapel, underground, because like... staircases, hidden paths, etc. are usually like in chapels, I guess. Like, this is just like standard thing. And other one is that Kuvadorian, somewhere under Kuvadorian is Golden Land, because that's where Eva was found, and like she knew where it is and stuff. It's like from episode 3 thoughts, and random nodes. Yeah, so either this or this. So maybe this is like, and it is underground, so probably this is the Golden Land, but like prison area or something. I don't know. After all, that room was sealed off with iron bars.
ここはどこなの？
わからん。ここは屋敷の地下なのか。
Also, yeah, like I don't think Golden Land is under the mansion, but it's still possible that there's some hidden like rooms or like prison or whatever. Why would they have prison actually underground? Under the mansion. This is like actually weird. Like, who would you... If you have a prison underground, under the mansion, you need this to, like, contain someone. Why would you have this on, like, isolated island as a private, like, person? Having, like, rich family. I know, yeah, Kinzo is mad. Maybe he... I don't know what he thought, like, building that. Like, why you have prison? What the hell? Maybe he like contained here the Beatrice before, the one we had from flashback. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she was his prisoner. I don't know. This is weird.
食堂の真下にこんな部屋があったのか。
That's assumption. They had dropped into what had appeared to be pit, falling into this room. Therefore, it's natural to assume that this room was directly under the dining hall. Yeah, makes sense. However, not even Kraus could bring himself to believe that they were pitfalls rigged in his beloved dining hall, where he had enjoyed his meals for years. And this is dungeon-like room, like directly beneath it. But the ceiling above was a crude stone craftsmanship, and I couldn't understand why they could have fallen from somewhere up there. No, all 5 people who had been dropped here thought the same thing. Although they had the sensation of falling into a pit, there was no way there could be a pitfalls in the dining hall, nor could this dungeon-like place be directly under it. But the truth was that they actually had fallen into this place and were locked in. So they were confused. No wonder I'm confused too.
あの高さから落ちて誰も怪我をしなかったのは幸運かもしれませんな。
You mean like from the ceiling? Because you don't know actual height, actually? Like how far you were falling, if you actually were falling?
シャン、カノン、君たちはこんな部屋の存在は知っていたかね？
いいえ、僕たちもこのような部屋のことは存じかねます。
Okay, well, you clearly knew about what Kinzo was doing and accepted everything, but they did not know about this room, okay. Unless they're playing dumb. And still, yeah, this is like me. Like, really? Maybe they're just like still playing in accordance to what Kinzo wants.
本当です。本当にこの部屋知りません。
Will she bring up that they were so calm in the dining room? Despite their age, Kiri apparently wouldn't have found it odd if they, as servants allowed to wear one-winged eagle, might know what they mentioned secret tricks. There was a long silence, as if Kraus was evaluating their answer.
いや、シャノンたちが知らないのは事実だろう。
Why you assume that? I would assume otherwise, because how calm they were. I mean, yeah, Kraus and Rest couldn't like just look calmly around the room and see if anyone is not panicking and is into this. So, makes sense that they don't realize that.
何しろ、綺麗好きのシャノンだ。
Clean freak Shannon, really.
彼女がこの部屋を知っていたなら、 もっとピカピカに磨き上げているだろう。
Wow. That's your reasoning.
この部屋の汚さが君たちがこの部屋を知らないことの証だ。今はそんなことよりこれからどうするかの方が先決だと思わんかね。その通りです。
You have actually a lot of stuff, like to try to break from prison. Like you have buttons, you have ties. You can probably do something with this. I don't know what. Oh, you have Kraus. You have pin. You can probably use it to like open the lock or something.
警察にいえいえ、それから救急にも早く電話をしなければ。
Ninja words were hollow. Obviously, 6 people had been killed in the dining hall. Everybody had seen the exact moment when they'd been killed. And since half of their heads had been destroyed, anyone could tell that the deaths had been instant with just a single glance. Everyone understood that first aid no longer held any meaning.
ありがとう、南條先生。私たちは伴侶がもう生きてはいないことを理解できてる。
Yep.
気休めでも救急と言い添えてくれてありがとう。
夏井。
Oh. Kraus is actually sad. That's... well, shouldn't be surprising, but... that's Kraus. Once again, a gloomy silence dominated the atmosphere. But Kraus shook his head harshly over and over, and for the time being, decided to forget the pain of losing his wife, and to dedicate himself to figuring out where they were.
みんな聞きたまえ。親父はもうダメだ。
Yeah, pretty much.
口で言って理解や説明が求められる段階にもうない。
Yeah, he's just mad. Nobody answered. Without any kind of discussion or mercy, 6 people had been killed in an instant. And Kinzo had even been so bold as to proclaim that we would become sacrifices for a ceremony involving 13 murders. Since we've been locked up in this place, we too will probably become the ceremony next sacrifices soon. Around this time, our eyes became used to the darkness, and bit by bit, we were able to understand more about the dungeon's interior. What we thought was furniture haphazardly left in the dungeon turned out not to be furniture at all. There were things like small cages to lock people in, restraints, or else torture racks. At any rate, it was obvious that it was easier than a jail cell. Huh. Since the objects were rusted together and coated in thick dust, there was no doubt they were being forgotten. Maybe you could even call these things Kinzo's sealed and forgotten madness. However, we had been locked away in this room. Those objects weren't exactly comforting to people who were locked up, hoping to be released without harm.
とにかくここを抜け出そう。
This is probably a love engine. And it's not used for a long time, because Beato died in Kuvatorian years ago, and Kinzo don't have to use it anymore. Sorry, that was cursed. Now you cannot take it out of your mind. I just planted it into your minds. You just cannot like unsee this now.
私たちは伴侶や友人を失い、涙を流すことに時間を費やしたいが、今はそれ以上に子供たちの身が
Yeah, I'm worried about them as well. Like, what the hell will happen there?
お子様方はご無事でしょうか。
祈るしかない。そういえば熊沢さんと郷田さんはここにはいないな。
Yeah.
ひょっとすると 無事に逃げ延びられたのかも。
Or they're together with Kurfried.
かもしれませんな。子供たちと合流しててくれれば心強いのですが。
郷田さんはいざという時頼りになるし、熊沢さんは経験豊富で落ち着いてるし。
Are you sure she's calm? Like, for me, she's panicking pretty easy. Like, every single situation we had before, when people were murdered, she was like, oh, and like, scared as hell. So I wouldn't say she's calm. Knowledgeable? Sure. Because with age you get wits and like information about world and everything, but calm, I wouldn't call her calm in like situations like that. So, but Goda reliable, yeah, I agree with that. Like he protected in episode 3, I think, Shannon and everything, all it destroyed, yeah.
きっと力になってくれると思います。
No, wait, it was episode 2, sorry.
そうだといいがな。
Sean and Kraus smiled bitterly a little, but they quickly realized how improper that was and stopped clearing their throats.
楽観はできないよ、姉さん。僕らに続いて、もう襲われてしまってる可能性だってある。
There is high probability for that. True.
同感ね。お父様が食堂で執行したのは、魔女の碑文の第1の番の6人殺しなんでしょ。
Yep.
なら、第2の番は、寄り添いし2人を引き裂け。
True. Who is for the second Twilight then? Wait. I didn't like... There was like so many things happening in the last episode, I didn't thought about like next Twilights and stuff. Who is close for the second Twilight? I guess Shannon and Canon is the only possibility right now. Because I don't think that any of the children will die. I don't think so. Kinzo wants them, basically, right now. Yeah, I think second Twilight will be Shannon and Canon. This seems to be like the only obvious choice.
逃げ隠れて寄り添っている郷田さんと熊沢さんがもう殺されている可能性だって否定できないわ。
Nah. Unless it can also mean that close, like in like proximity, but that's not the case. So
きっとゲストハウスに合流してて子供たちを守ってくれているなんて楽観。現時点では全くできないわよ。
Kiri coldly analyzed the worst case scenario. For her, it was heartbreaking to have lost her beloved husband. But right now, the most important thing was protecting that husband's son, along with the other children, from becoming the insane family-head sacrifices. She overcame her sadness with the parental urge to protect children from sorrow. It seems both Kiri and Kraus were strong enough to forget about their grief, if only for the time being. They would let their tears flow after. In order to protect the children, they had to act.
とにかくここを脱出しよう。相当古い牢屋のようだ。なんとか鉄格子を破れないだろうか。室内をくまなく探して脱出手段を探してみよう。
Yeah, do that.
ここにはガラクタがいろいろあるわ。何か役に立ちそうな道具とか落ちてない
That would
かし
help.
ら。
That would help actually. Because tools are always good to have, I guess.
武器になる
Especially
も
in
の
the
があるかもし
situation.
れないし、鉄格子を破れるものがあるかもしれない。
Kiri pulled a lighter from her pocket. She herself didn't smoke, but she kept one tucked away in her pocket to light her those cigarettes. It was an extremely valuable source of light for searching in this dim dungeon.
シャノンはキリエさんを手伝い、室内を探索してくれ。カノンは私と一緒に鉄格子の具合を確かめてみよう。これだけ古い牢屋だ。
Maybe it's like rotten or something.
ひょっとするとガタが来ているかもしれない。
Yeah.
私は何をお手伝いしましょうかな。体力を温存していてください。やがてここに親父殿が現れるだろう。
You will have to fight him.
親父殿に言葉が届くのは南條先生だけです。
Well, okay.
ある意味、南條先生に我々の命は握られているかもしれない。私の言葉にももう届きはせんでしょう。
Like, if Kinzo didn't care that Genji died, I mean, he cared because he was like, oh, Genji, that's sad, but yeah, okay, that's fine because you're sacrificed. But yeah, I would say that Genji is higher in the hierarchy than Nanjo in terms of friends for Kinzo. I think, like, yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What do you think, actually? Do you think that Kinzo likes Nanjo more or Genji? Who's like more valuable to him? Like, who is the better friend for Kinzo? Who do you think is like, you know, like better, I would say, for Kinzo? Are they like the same for him? Or one of them is like more important? I think that Genji is more important for Kinzo. But I might be wrong. Let me know what you think.
申し訳ないが、そのお役には立てそうにない。
なら、南條先生のお医者としての知識を貸してください。
Okay, he played with Nanjo with like chess and stuff, but I still think like Genji still wins. But it's pretty close call. Maybe they're like similar.
人間を即座に混沌させるような毒って存在するのかしら。
Very good thinking, Kyria. What I said today. There's high possibility they were just drugged by like Kumasawa and Goda, for
人間
example.
を即座に混沌させる毒？どういうことですか？
私たちは落とし穴に落とされて、この地下牢に落ちてきたと信じている。
Yeah, you could just see ground coming down because you fainted.
あの混乱している場で、私たちはそうだったろうと信じたわ。でも、この地下牢の広さを測ってみて分かった。この地下牢があの食堂の地下というのはありえないことなのよ。
Yeah, it's too big probably or too small.
どうしてありえないってわかる？
姉さんバカだな。
Okay.
この地下牢は食堂に比べて狭すぎる。
I mean, if this is smaller, it still doesn't mean anything. Like, you can make smaller room under the bigger room. Like, it don't have to be the same size? What the fuck?
その通り。1番目に落とされたのはクラウス兄さん。2番目が私。クラウス兄さんはこの部屋に落ちてきた時、その場を動いたかしら。
Oh, they analyzed the... Okay, that makes more sense. They still think if they fall down, that the like space between people doesn't fit this cell. Okay, this makes sense. Okay. Good job, Kiria. Good job. You defeated me once again.
お恥ずかしながら落下の痛みでうめいていたよ。そのすぐ傍らに桐江さんがすぐに落ちてきたんだ。
食堂でのクラウス兄さんと私の立ち位置と落下時の落下場所の距離が明らかにおかしいのよ。
確かに言われてみればその通りです。その次に落ちたのは私だから、お二人の位置関係はよく覚えている。食堂でのお二人の間の距離はこの部屋よりもあったかもしれない。
私たちは落とし穴に落ちてダイレクトにここに落下したわ。集合する下水道管みたいに一度集められてからここに落ちたわけじゃない。落下は一瞬だったでしょ？ そんな凝った排水管みたいな穴を転がされた覚えはないわ。
確かに落とし穴では説明がつかんな。おかしな話だ。
それとキリエ様のおっしゃる人間を即座に混沌させる毒というのはどう関係があるんですか？
Shannon, did you really ask that question? Thank you, Canon, for being annoyed with me.
キリエ様は多分食堂に落とし穴なんかなかったとお考えなんじゃないかな。
しかし現に私たちは落ちたぞ。
You thought you fall.
落とし穴に落ちたような気がするが正解よ。
Yeah.
無理もないわ。そうとしか例えられない体験だったから。
なるほど。つまりこうおっしゃいたいわけですな。私たちは落とし穴に落とされたので、例えば毒矢のようなもので撃たれ瞬時に意識を失い、その倒れて床に突っ伏す瞬間の記憶を。
Actually, that's also a possibility. I thought like about drugging food, but this might be also possible. Like, I mean, yeah, they could be just like silently shot with darts or something else. I mean, there was shooting, right? I mean, yeah. We cannot take it as like face value that everyone died from like being shot into the head. They was just smashed into the head. But yeah, it's entirely possible they were like shot from behind or something with blow darts or whatever, like something else. Or they were just dragged by food.
まるで落とし穴に落ちたよと思い込んでしまっているのかもしれないと。
なるほど。
姉さん、時計はある？
Oh yeah, how much time passed? That's a good question.
うん。懐中時計があるわよ。
Oh, you have one. Nice.
22時40分くらいね。
I have Shannon. Shannon's mine. I belong to Shannon. Wait, what?
僕の時計もそうなってる。つまり僕たちは食堂での大騒ぎから十数分も時間を経過させてないってことになる。
10 minutes. Okay, so this is definitely not under Kuvadorian. Like, Kuvadorian is way far. It's like 3 kilometers, so it's not... No way they can, like, take all of them and put them 3 kilometers away. How far is Chapel? I don't remember how far is Chapel, but I feel like this is also not possible to carry this many people. If it's only Kinzo, Goda and Kumasawa in like 10 minutes for that many people. So it must be some kind of place under the mansion then. So there's actually some place under the mansion.
私の時計も同様だ。我々が混沌させられてどこかへ担ぎ込まれたと仮定するには時間の経過が短すぎる。時間だけを見るならやはり我々は食堂の真下へ落とし穴で落とされたと考えるのが妥当だ。
Unless the culprit is actually insane genius. And he brought you here and changed all of your watches to show that it's like 10 minutes or so and it's actually like 5 hours.
Wow!
Okay! For once, Umineko is not destroying my theories and thought process. And Kira is actually agreeing with me. Okay, I like this episode.
私たちが気絶している間に全員の時計を巻き戻したのかもしれない。
Oh my god. Okay.
その可能性がなかったことは証明不能よ。
Exactly. Oh my god, so that means I'm actually genius or I'm dumb. No, I'm genius. I must think like that.
落とし穴にせよ、混沌させる毒にせ
This
よ。
is kind of weird day today. Sorry.
私たちは用心するに越したことはないというわけです。
Yeah.
それで南條先生。
So it still can be like under Chapel or under Kuvadorian. So yeah.
混沌させる毒は存在するんですか？
And these are my bets for now.
それは
But yeah, we still need an answer from Nanjo about
キ
this.
リエさんの論法と同じですな。
Also, he don't necessarily need to have a knowledge about the drug that can do this. So even if he says that there's no drug like this, he just may not know this. So it's not like a reasonable source of information right now. Also about that.
私の知らない未知の毒物にそういう効用のものがないとは証明できません。
Another person agreeing with me. This episode... Oh wow, I'm on waves. Maybe this is the love engine actually, and I'm right on this as well. And my cursed theory is actually true. Please don't. Please no.
用心に越したことはないということね。
Let's forget about that theory, okay? I mean, this is just a random bullshit I just throw. But man, never mind. God damn it.
ごめんなさい。無駄な質問だったわ。ただ、私の仮説により、この地下牢が食堂の真下とは限らないという可能性は示唆できたと思う。
なるほど。広大な森の中のどこかに隠されていると噂す親父殿の隠し屋敷の地下牢に運び込まれている可能性もある。
Yep, like I said.
ここを脱出して外へ出ればそれもわかる。
Pretty much.
それを詮索するのはここから出てからでもいいだろうな。
その通りね。本当にごめんなさい。さっきから無駄な質問と詮索ばかりだわ。
But if we analyze the background, we can see that the wall color is similar to the wall color that was in the CG with the staircase when Eva found Golden Land. It's probably just because it's dark and it's underground and it's common color, but...
いや、とても頼もしいよ。今後も何かに気づいたら教えてくれたまえ。ここを脱出する何かのヒントになるかもしれない。ルドルフからいつも聞かされていたよ。君の発想にはいつも驚かされ、時には重要なヒントにもなるとね。君がここにいてくれたのは不幸中の幸いだ。
Yeah, she's probably the smartest one here.
ありがとう。私もルドルフさんに聞いてるわ。クラウス兄さんは普段は威張っているけれど、いざという時は責任感にあふれる頼りがいのある兄だって。
Oh, you can talk to each other with like friendly tone.
さすがにそれは世辞が過ぎるね。くそ。それにしても頑丈な鉄格子だ。
What about the ground? Like these bars probably are fixed to the ground as well. Maybe like you can like, I don't know, chip off the stone or something. It depends how hard is floor. Maybe it's also hollow or something and you can just go under it. Or the wall. Next to the bars. Maybe you can do this, who knows?
カノンの方はどうかね。
いいえ、こちらも全く。
Kraus and Cannon tried wiggling the bars in various ways. There were a few bars that could be twisted, and a few had enough space to rattle a bit around in, but they couldn't be broken with human strength alone. However, there was still hope if they could use some kind of lever-like tool. It was still far too early to give up yet. The children's lives were hanging in the balance. Even if there was no hope, they couldn't stop their struggle, and it was better for them to act this way. If they were to stop, there is no doubt they once again be overcome by the grief of losing their loved ones and curled up, clutching their knees.
キリエさんたちの方はどうかね。何か見つかったかね。
Some time passed.
握って隠せる程度の石ころは見つかるわ。
Okay, that's some form of weapon, I guess.
こんなものでも
Or distraction.
武器にはなるかも。さすがに鉄格子を削り取ることは無理でしょうね。シャノンちゃんはどう？
Yeah.
いいえ、
Oh.
何も。
Oh, background, new background. There's phone. Why there's phone? There's some paintings. Oh, we have Booba here. Yeah. I don't know how you call this. Like the statue. Like from like belt upwards. How do you call this in English? Not chest plate, because chest plate is something like armor, I guess. How do you call this? Pedestal? No. I forgot. I know what I you know, the statue from belt to the head. I forgot. I'm not going to Google it now.
これ
If I would say this like in English, then I would know what it is,
電話です
but it's sometimes hard to get from like other way around, if you know what I mean.
つながってるわけもないわ。
I think it is actually connected. Like, I have high suspicions that this is actually connected.
でもコードは何かを縛ったり武器にも使えるかも。壊して分解すれば金属部品を取り出せるわ。クラス兄さん、鉄格子を開ける
And
鍵
then you
穴は
will
も
make
ち
a
ろんあるわよ
bomb
ね。
like a MacGyver.
ああ、だいぶ鍵穴の大きい大時代的なものだがね。針金のようなものでいじれば騙せるかもしれないな。
Yeah, you also have a pin. Like I
電話の
mentioned
金
before.
属部品で何か代用できるかもしれない。
Oh, by the way, Kyrie, you have a belt as well here. So it might be useful as well. You can like probably destroy it, bend it, and also use this as a picklock.
その電話武器になるわね。
投資と同じだよ。情報は武器だ。
Kraus and Kyrie laughed together at how they hadn't even thought of using the phone as a means of communication. Yeah, pretty much. I'm sure it's connected. It's going to call, isn't it?
何やってんのお姉さん。
I will try to like dismantle it and we'll just go off. Also,
その電話つながってるかなって思って。
thank you, Shannon, for agreeing with me. Also, there's a light bulb. And there's some cord. So you can use this wire as well instead of the phone one. This is also the bigger wire. And you can see if there's electricity in this actually. Why would you need electricity right now? I mean, you can protect yourself with this. If this doesn't have like actually electricity in this, I don't know how you would check in this situation for that. I'm not knowledgeable like this. Maybe you could risk and kind of like touch it, but you could like make electric fence or something. You can just like attach it to the bars probably and protect yourself from anyone who comes inside, unless they're going to like shot you. But yeah, some crazy ideas. Whisper. Wait, what whisper? Wait, what happened? Wait, what? Huh? At that point, Shannon let out a small surprised cry. Huh? Huh? Okay. Like I said, it's entirely possible that it's connected. Like, why is there a phone in cell like this? What the fuck? It was like when people move out of an office, taking everything with them, leaving only a telephone behind. That's the feeling the phone gave off, having been left in the corner of the cell. The cord was wound in the coil, the tip of it being swallowed by the wall. And just looking at it, there was no reason to assume that it wasn't hooked up. But to think that it actually was! Kyrie took the receiver from Shannon and pressed it to the ear. Certainly, the hum of a phone was a familiar sound. Also, this is interesting because all the communication on Rokkenjima is cut off, and this one actually works. So this is very interesting, like, piece of information here. And this phone was certainly live. I don't think you can actually. Yeah, it's probably like connected to like one other phone or something. Wow, this is the first time I think I see this face of Kyrie.
電柱が本気で見落とした可能性が高い。気づかれたら今度こそ電話線を切断されるかもしれないわ。警察への通報を盗聴されて何も困ることはないのだし。
Surely that was true. The point of wiretap is to overhear some important piece of information, but the way things were right now, she couldn't think of a single thing that would come up in a conversation to the outside world that might be troublesome to have overheard. Kyrie instantly concluded that it was more likely to be a mistake on Kinzo's part than a trap.
確かに一理あります。外線は確か0番からだ。
The external line, huh?
カノ君、私は電話するからあなたは外の様子を伺ってくれる？誰かが近づいてくる気配があったら知らせて。
はい。
Okay. Kanon raced off towards the iron bars, silenced his breathing and strained his ears. As everyone present watched her Kyrie dialed 110. However, she pushed the hook down and redialed many times. It didn't seem to be working very well.
外線は0番から ?110 番は0110じゃないの？
Yeah?
うまくかからない。
Okay, so you actually did that. What's the difference? You will do the same. Kraus took the receiver in Kyrie place and tested various things. Oh, he did test like other numbers probably and stuff. Okay. But in the end, they were unable to notify the police. The phone itself was definitely live, but the circuit was apparently cut somewhere. Did this mean they were not so naive? That's probably connected to like, I don't know, Kinzo office, and Kinzo will call them and, hey, how are you? Be prepared, because you are next sacrifices. In like 10 minutes or something.
敵も甘くはないってことね。
Kyrie let out a deep sigh, leaned against the wall, and hung her head for a while. A cool thinking, as she was for a brief moment. She might actually have had the naive hope that the phone might actually work. She sneered at herself, mockingly for holding on to the naive hope for even a single moment. Then, she remembered just what was happening here. Truth be told, even after being shown a scene like that, right before her eyes, or rather exactly because of that, she still couldn't think of that gruesome mass murder as something real. It was less than she could believe it, and more that she didn't want to. Ushiramiya Kinzo killed 6 family members. Or at least it seems so. It's entirely possible. But I think this is a good place to end this extra episode. We had a scene in the cells, basically. We got some informations. And yeah. I think this is a good part because this is like... this will tell us some backstory. So I will know where I am exactly when I will be recording next episode. So this is good refresher to start with. And yeah, that will be it for today. So thank you for watching the episode. I had some I said some cursed stuff in this episode. And yeah, I guess that will be it. So thank you for joining for today's episode. I have a very weird day today. Hope you can deal with it somehow. Anyway, thank you for joining for today's episode, and I will see you in the next one. Probably the longer one. So thank you for watching and listening to me once again, and for the Pocket Watch is going out.